I grew up in the middle of nowhere, in farm country in upstate New York. I always knew where food comes from. But when I came to Buffalo, New York to go to university, I realized, does everyone know where their food comes from?
Where does my food come from?
Where does my food come from?
My food?
Oh gosh.
Just in general, like grocery shopping wise?
Restaurants, slaughterhouses.
A lot of different places.
I get my food from my mom. She buys it at the store. I just kind of eat it.
I get my food in the Commons.
Tiffin room.
Whatever she picks out, I just kind of eat.
I'm not even sure, to be honest. How about that? I'm an accounting major, so I don't have any expertise in that area. How
You
about
don't
that?
do accounting on your food?
No, unfortunately not, so.
My food specifically?
But who knows, right?
I typically go to Wegmans. That's where I shop mainly. It's Wegmans. Either Wegmans or Tops, mostly in the organic section.
Well, most of it comes from Wegmans.
Who knows where exactly it comes? It comes from Wegmans.
The sun from the planet, from plants.
So it comes from, I guess, mass farms in New York.
Livestock came from, evolutionary processes over time, and they come from their parents.
Who knows what someone did to the food, and who knows where, and then it comes on your plate, and it's a big mystery. And
Is that enough?
Yeah.
but it's a good question and something that I should probably think more about.
It is something more people should think about. Most people think this is where their food comes from. But really, this is where their food comes from. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, food, and related industries contributed $992 billion to the United States gross domestic product in 2015. In that same year, 21 million jobs were related to the agricultural and food sectors, 11.1% of total U.S. employment, and nearly 14% of all U.S. manufacturing employees. In 2017, the United States has been the #1 producer of corn in the world, and corn has an important role in our lives, making both high fructose corn syrup, which is found in soda and energy drinks, bread, and even ice cream, and ethanol, which many vehicles run on. American farmers grow the corn that so many things in our lives involve, and many other crops, such as soybeans and peas. But they don't do this alone. Somebody has to build them the tools and vehicles they use to grow these crops.
My name is Sara Thompson, Oxbow Corporation. 21 years this December. I started in welding and still in welding. Oxbow has been around since early 60s, developed by a gentleman that first started doing pallets, started a business, and it rolled on from there, and then we started down the road and making pea harvesters, and that's our biggest sale today. Helmets are on and working by 6 o'clock, and we work to 4:30 every day, so we're working 10-hour days. Well, at Oxbow, it comes in big sheets, 5x10 sheets. We just developed a machinery there called a laser, which cuts out all the material, and if it gets bent, which is professionally called formed, it goes to fab, then it's formed into the shape it's supposed to be. Then it all gets into a location where people put all the weld work together. And most of your farmers that have the pea combines, which is an 80 about $800,000 piece of equipment don't have just one. They have anywhere from 4 to 7 of them. They couldn't do their job without us. They need us to make the machinery so they could do their everyday use. And how we help them is keep their machinery running as far as parts. And we probably, on average, of $500,000 per week in part sales. Oxbow supports probably 400 plus employees through all locations. Here in New York is the home base, and out on the manufacturing floor, there's probably, I want to say 80 of us, not counting the engineers, salesmen, service departments. It's a company that does appreciate us, and they do know what we do to get the product out the door for them. I'm hoping to retire from the place. If it wasn't for the farmer, you're right, you wouldn't have the food. But if it wasn't for the machinery, the people that put the machines out there for the farmer couldn't do it without us. It takes more than just the farmer to put the food on the table.
Farmers couldn't do their jobs without people like Stephen making their equipment. Farmers couldn't afford this equipment without people like Michelle.
My name is Sara Thompson. There's really more cows than there are people, so it's cow country. There's lots of farms around here. There's lots of cash crop farms, mostly dairy farms. Farm Credit was established back in 1916, and it was established to provide funding for farmers. However, today it is much more than financing. We help farmers with payroll services, consulting, appraisals, tax services, loans, leases. Farm Credit, because they specialize in just farming, they're able to meet the needs of the farmers better than just a regular bank can, because they understand farming. They understand the challenges that farmers face. They're better able to manage the risks that farmers have because they specialize in farming. Farm Credit is made up of credit, financing, loans, leases, payroll services, taxes, consulting, grant writing, just about anything that farmers would need help with. Well, just in our Batavia branch, there's 40 people, but we're part of a very large ACA.
Do you make relationships with farmers that you wouldn't have otherwise known through Farm Credit?
Oh, absolutely. Farm Credit helps all kinds of farmers. Dairy farms, cash crop farms. They even help people in forestry and actually the fishing industry too. They also have a lot of programs for young and beginning farmers. So if you're just starting up a farm, they're there to help you too. Years ago, it used to be just family farms, but now farms are getting to be so large, and thus it takes a lot of capital to create these big farms. So I think that it is essential for farms today to have financing options. One of the main things is there's a lot that goes into farming. It's not just, farming isn't just milking cows anymore. There's so many people that are involved in agriculture, like from your vets and to your loan officers, to the people who even make farm equipment, the people who are working the parts counters, and the people who are welding the equipment. And there's just so many people that are involved in farming.
What do you think about the slogan, "No farmers, no food"?
Well, I think it goes deeper than farmers. It should really say no welders and machinists and bankers and veterinarians and truck drivers, and there's so many people that are involved in, you know, what it takes to bring us our food.